Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This week I'm going to be talking about three things relevant to one band. That band is Joy Division, a very important band, a great band that I love, and those three things that I'm going to tell you about are a book review, an album reissue, and a band that sounds just like them that you should totally check out. So, let's get started. About a month ago, I picked up this book at a record store. This is Unknown Pleasures Inside Joy Division, written by bassist Peter Hook. The front cover says the most colorful and intimate account of Joy Division ever written, according to Mojo. And the back cover says, Joy Division changed the face of music. Godfathers of the current alternative scene, they reinvented rock in the post-punk era, creating a new sound, dark, hypnotic, intense, that would influence U2, Morrissey, REM, Radiohead, and many others. This is the roller coaster story of Joy Division, the friendships, fights, fallouts, the rehearsals and recording sessions, the larger-than-life characters, told by the band's legendary bassist, Peter Hook. This was a great read. It is about 300 pages. Came out in 2012, so it is a few years old. New to me, because I hadn't known that this existed. But this was a good book. It's a little bit of Peter Hook's autobiography. We get a little bit of him prior to getting into music. He talks about him stealing his first couple singles from the record shop, which is kind of funny. But before Joy Division is even Joy Division, there are so many issues going on with the band that they have to face, including demos that aren't mixed properly, people taking their name, they're not getting any fans at shows, performing to zero fans. And what was cool, I didn't know this, but Bernard Sumner and Peter Hook went to a Sex Pistols gig in Manchester. And Ian Curtis, the vocalist of Joy Division, was also there. They only found out subsequently because Debbie had told them, his fiancee Debbie had told them. That's kind of cool. Also at that gig was Morrissey. That's kind of cool. So if you are into late 70s, early 80s punk and post-punk, there was a lot of references and a lot of name drops to other important bands. They were talking about how they were influenced by the Buzzcocks and Slaughter and the Dogs. And I am a fan of both of those bands, but I really did a deep listen of their discography lately. This is a great book. It is very witty. It's very fluid. The writing is very good. And all the little stories that we come across they're great. All the scandal, again, of Joy Division, which is a lot. There's a lot of scandals surrounding this band I don't have the time to go into, but you can totally check it out, read up on it if you'd like. And the best part of this is we get a really human sense of Ian Curtis. Really human. He exists as this mythic figure, but this book really explains how human he was, how flawed he was, and all of that. And it was really, really touching. Really cool to read. Favorite photograph. There's a couple photographs here on the back. I have two. One is this photograph taken of the apartment where I think that's the Love Will Tear Us Apart music video. That's pretty, yeah, it's a dark shot for a dark band. Another cool shot is we have the Sex Pistols. Look, there's Johnny Rotten, Sid Vicious, the whole band at Lesser Free Trade Hall. And that was, I think that was the gig that started this band. So, I would highly suggest it. Definitely worth the read. The second thing I want to talk about is Joy Division just celebrated the 40th anniversary of their second album, Closer. So, they remastered this. They repressed it on 180-gram vinyl. But let me show you the variant. This is so cool. You gotta look at this. Crystal clear. Oh yeah, it sounds amazing. They also have reissued all of their singles, all of their I think it was Love Will Tear Us Apart, Transmission, Isolation. I forgot the last one, but all 12 inches, also 40th anniversary edition So definitely check those out. They also, late in 2019, reissued Unknown Pleasures with a white cover, 40th anniversary edition of that album, on a ruby red vinyl. I did had that. However, I sold it on Discogs, and I wish I hadn't because I miss it. But I might have to pick it up again. Who knows? The last thing I want to talk about is a band that is so inspired by Joy Division. I can hear the influence, and I love them. I listened to them for the first time the other day. The name is Fontaines DC. Fontaines DC. They are a UK post-punk band, and they just sound just like Joy Division. They have a new album out called A Hero's Death, and that is my first exposure to them. They have the same driving rhythm section. The bass and the drums are so in sync. We have those hopeless themes of post-punk. Very abysmal, very melancholic, which is great because I love it. But the vocals sound just like Ian Curtis. Very deep baritone, very, I don't know, what's the word? Very apathetic vocals, and they are great. Hero's Death is the brand new record by Fontaines DC, and I'm going to have to probably pick it up on vinyl because it sounds amazing. I really do. That'll do it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Tell me, are you a fan of Joy Division? Do you like Joy Division? When was the first time you heard them? Have you read this book? Have you picked up any of these new reissues? Have you heard maybe Fontaines DC? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can also follow my Instagram at Jersey Record Dude. I'm more active there, but I post a lot of music memes, suggestions, content for audio files. So, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.